We went to see Creed last night.
We did.
What do you think of it?
I thought it was excellent. If you like Rocky movies, like I don't like boxing whatsoever. No. I never enjoyed the sport of boxing, but I really like boxing films.
Yeah,
right. I think boxing is probably the sport that is the most cinematic in a way. It's just like one guy versus another guy. Yeah, really dramatic. Underdog, literal underdog.
Lots of contact.
Yeah. Like the Cinderella Man, the Fighter, Raging Bull, obviously. Yeah. It's made for really entertaining movies, and I really like the original Rocky movies. And if you like them, this is just going to push all your buttons. Yeah. It's by a guy called Ryan Coogler, quite a young guy, and he was a big fan of the Rocky films when he was growing up with his dad. And he kind of wrote this, I think, while at film school. It's like a bit of a fan film, ideal project. Yeah. And it does like... Saying fan film sounds derisory, but it's not. Like, it's almost like, right, here are the keys to the kingdom. Yeah. We'll give you Sylvester Stallone if you want. Yeah. And it's like, make the film that you would love to see as a Rocky fan. Yeah. And they're doing that. Yeah. And I guess in the same way that a lot of the Marvel directors are Marvel fans. It's like, literally, do what you want. Yeah. And it manipulates you emotionally, because it just gives you like little flashes of old films, little references.
I'm not ashamed to say, I think we both were crying very much at the end.
I was crying. I cry in films all the time. There are moments. Sylvester Stallone's performance is brilliant.
Really?
Well, that's the thing, because he's a good actor. Rocky, like Sylvester Stallone's Rocky
I watched
really,
Expendables
really
over Christmas.
Oh yeah, but nobody comes out well in.
But the Rocky character, like Sylvester Stallone as Rocky, is really, really good. But unfortunately, he hasn't been able to find a way of making a good Rocky film with him in where he's not fighting. Like, I thought Rocky Balboa was poor because of all the fighting stuff. Yeah. Whereas this, he's used, and you get all that awesome stuff, like as him, as the character, being really lovely, like, you know, is sort of at the end of his life. But then he's just affecting somebody else's life, and they bring him in really well.
Yeah, and like Sylvester Stallone, like, has been, you know, Oscar winning. Yeah. He's a good actor. I know he didn't win for acting, but like, he's a good actor, and I feel like at a point in his career, he obviously got offered a lot of like action roles. Yeah. And I think he kind of unfairly gets lumped in with Van Damme and Schwarzenegger in terms of acting ability. But he's better than that. Like Cop Plan, he's brilliant in. Yeah. And in this movie, it's a really touching performance. When he talks about like Adrian, or when he talks about like, because he was the most. It's really weird seeing him go around Philadelphia, and obviously there's a statue of him in that town. Yeah. Everyone, wherever he goes, people call him Champ. And they let him into places, like the police will let him into cells to speak to people. Yeah. Like, he can go wherever he wants, but he's not incredibly wealthy. Yeah. He hasn't retained a lot of his money. Yeah. So there's something quite sad about the character. There's like really pathetic scenes where he like goes and visits his dead wife. Yeah. But there's something really charming about him. Yeah. He plays it brilliantly, I think.
I've only ever seen the first Rocky film.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because
you still like it.
And what you were sort of talking about, like Rocky 2 is Apollo Creed. Yeah. And then Rocky 3 was Mr. T.
Yeah.
It's like,
what Chris was saying, there's a plot point for that. Yeah. Like, it's him like getting enchanted by Hollywood, and he does these silly staged fights. Yeah.
But I think partly also because would lump them in with, you know, I know, Rambo and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, not like that at all.
Although First Blood was a good film. Rambo's not so.
But it's like, there's something about Rocky, like the scenes I love most, it's like, it's just a good use of visuals, like motivational stuff and music. Yeah. Like when the music kicks in and you can hear like Rocky just like giving him like little pep talks. Yeah. It just makes you feel really, really good.
It's also like, it's a really beautiful looking film as well, and like really well made. There's a really long scene, which is like an entire boxing match.
From backstage?
Yeah, from backstage. Yeah. And it's all one shot.
Right.
It's knockout, brilliant. And it's really, really good.
And the guy directing it, he's been touted as the director for Black Panther movie as well. Okay. He's got some serious credentials.
It's one of my favorite Rocky films, definitely. The only thing.
What about
Michael B. Jordan's great.
Yeah, but I don't think that's a glowing report. One of my favorite Rocky films. Put in context in the wider.
I think it is though. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Rocky's of its type and genre, like brilliant, like one of the best, like almost the benchmark for like inspirational sports story. Like Rocky signifies something.
That's still quite a niche.
Yeah, but like to be good within a genre, I don't think that's fine. I think it's great to be one of the best of a certain subgenre. It's hard to be one of the greatest movies of all time. But I think like being good within a certain field, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Is it better than Force Awakens? I know that's a ridiculous thing to say.
Actually, I think it's a really good comparison there. Like it's a similar sort of thing. Yeah. It's going back to an old series and giving you little touches and little bursts of things you love that they know will press your buttons if you're a fan of those movies. You grow up watching them, like showing you a little like.
So it's not reinventing the wheel or anything, but it's kind of
it's like a modernization of that. Like I think in a similar way to say The Force Awakens is just New Hope, it'd be unfair to say this is just like an old Rocky movie.
It's a really good evolution.
It's a contemporization of that formula.
The only thing that like I think is awful about it is for some reason they've decided to use real boxers, and the main boxer who he fights over towards the end is a Liverpudlian guy,
right?
And he's just terrible. He's not very good at acting. And I think like we said, like there's a couple of scenes actually. There's one bit.
I think he's okay in some scenes. I think there's some people like giggling a bit because he has got for a really big dude, he's got a really high pitched Scouse accent.
And like a lot of the film takes place is set in like Goodison Park.
Yeah,
it's like Rocky's like a huge Everton fan, so for some reason
is he
Sylvester Stallone, not the character?
Sylvester Stallone,
yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure Rocky doesn't know what Everton is.
No.
But a lot of it's set in Goodison Park. So for us, I guess that's kind of weird for an American audience. It's probably they wouldn't even bat an eyelid at it, and they probably wouldn't think that he's terrible either.
Yeah.
Whereas for us, I think here, knowing that he's a real boxer and
maybe
hearing
they
that
think
accent,
like Goodison Park is like similar to Madison Square Gardens or something.
And to be honest, at the end, once after the exterior shot, it could be Madison Square Garden. It's just like
it's got a like tight day,
but like when it's in the ring,
is that where the fight takes place at Goodison Park?
Yeah.
That's weird.
It is kind of weird. It's weird for us.
I think it's weirder for us.
Yeah, maybe.
Because for Americans, it's like a big sports venue in the UK.
Yeah.
You know, and the fights, like UFC takes place at, like, there's been boxing fights at Manchester City Stadium and stuff.
I guess, like, I was thinking about this on the way home. Like, I guess it lends, like, a bit of credibility to it, but I don't care about that. Like, I guess maybe it gets, like, a lot of the boxing, like, people who are really into boxing to come watch it because they want to watch, like, their favourite boxers do it.
But I should say I don't follow boxing that closely, but is that guy pound for pound the number one boxer in the world? Because if he's not, whatever credibility it adds is for the people who like boxing. Surely pitching him as the number one boxer in the world undermines it if he's not. Do you know what I mean? Like,
and also
what it adds to those audience takes away.
And also, I think like Michael B. Jordan's not a boxer. Like he's playing one. Get another.
You can tell he's not a boxer because he's got a better body than the boxers.
Yeah, definitely.
Because like even the guy who won the heavyweight championship recently, he's not like super ripped and like what you Hollywood would think is a boxer. He's just like power, probably.
But he can punch through a brick wall.
And he's rough. But Michael B. Jordan, like he's such a likable actor. Yeah. So I know him more from we watched Friday Night Lights because it was your recommendation. He's in the later seasons of that as a young kid.
Yeah.
And he's in Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy.
The first series of The Wire.
Yeah, I'm really happy he made this film because he's a really easy actor to root for.
Yeah. No, definitely. But that's really, really good anyway.